Hi guys, it's Jason from sphonsccw again, working on our beginner fundamental series. So what we want to establish now is our 4 safety rules, okay? So each time you handle your firearm, you got to be cognizant of these rules. Rule 1, okay? Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. So how do we know when we're ready to shoot? When the sights are aligned with our target, we're ready to shoot. That's when we take our finger, move it from the frame of the pistol into the trigger guard, okay? Rule 2, never point the gun at anything you're not willing to destroy, okay? So when it comes to long guns, we have a pretty long firearm. It's a lot easier than it is for handguns. A couple things you got to watch out with when you're manipulating your firearm, loading, unloading, walking back and forth from the range. Each time you move and change your body position, you need to be very cognizant of what that muzzle is pointing at, okay? And that can be sometimes really hard to do, especially if you got a busy range, you're manipulating, you're having trouble, you're just learning how things work. That's why we always say when you get into manipulation, use some dummy rounds. All right, so number 3, know your target and what's beyond. This gets really hard to do when you're carrying a firearm in public, but while we're on the range here, we got a gigantic dirt bank we can shoot at. We know what's back there. We know what our bullets are going to hit. You got to remember, you're responsible for every round fired until it comes to rest on the ground. So make sure that you have a good backstop where you can practice, okay? Later on in the video series, we'll get into cover and concealment and explain the differences of those two. But while we're in our beginner series, what you're looking for is to shoot up against anything that'll stop bullets. A big dirt bank, a big pile of railroad ties, a big pile of logs, something like that while you're still learning. All right, so rule number 4, okay? Keep the firearm unloaded until you're ready to use it. So our definition of ready to use doesn't include something that I'm carrying or something that I'm using for home defense. Those need to be locked up in a small safe that's readily accessible to you and you only. But if we're going to store the firearm for any length of time, we need to make sure it's unloaded. There's a bunch of mechanical reasons that you're going to want to do that with, and there's also a lot of safety reasons behind that, especially if somebody who's unauthorized gets a hold of it. So if you're going to store your firearm, make sure it's unloaded. While we're on the topic, some safety gear that you're going to want at the range, because yes, we do have people that come in and they come to us and they say, my pistol is too loud, my rifle is too loud. Ear protection, okay? So you're going to want quality ear protection. These are not that expensive. You can get a quality set of muffs for under 10 bucks. Earplugs, 50 cents to $1 for the disposable ones, okay? They go from under 10 bucks for a quality set of earmuffs to the electronics, which are going to cost you a little bit more money. These aren't super expensive, about 30 bucks. Use them every day, okay? While you're at the range, some type of first aid kit, okay? Now, this is a good quality first aid kit, but you're going to want some type of first aid kit. We're not playing with Barbies out here, so first aid kit. Accidents do happen, okay? The other thing is safety glasses. Every video you'll see us wearing safety glasses, whether they be clear or tinted. You really want to keep that splashback out of your eyes, and there's times, depending upon the wind direction, where you're going to get some hot powder in the face. So just be prepared for it. So stay tuned for our next video in the series, guys.